You won't believe some of these concepts that Lenovo's showing off here in Barcelona. One of my favorite things about MWC is Lenovo. And you might be wondering, why would Lenovo, a PC company, be at a show around mobile? Well, MWC is about a lot more than mobile. MWC is about AI. MWC is about concepts and technology. And this is where Lenovo always shows off some of their best concept devices. Case in point, 3 incredible concepts that I want to show you today. I'm going to hand it over to Lauren and Kelly from Lenovo to walk through each of these concepts, but each one is absolutely amazing, and you'll find me again at the end.
So here we have the Lenovo Legion Go Fold concept. The idea behind this is to give you a device that can transform itself and really adapt to your needs, as well as, say you're traveling or whatnot. Bag space is a real commodity. So you want something that can, fit all of the different things you want to do, such as game, get work done, things like that. So right now you see we have this in laptop productivity mode. So we have our Bluetooth keyboard as well as our kickstand case here that kind of folds up into a nice little package to carry around. But when you want to get to gaming, obviously, we have our controller pieces here as well, and then as well as our little connecting piece. So if I set this back up as to how I had it, let me see here. There we go. I can, of course, use my controller, play games, in this full kind of laptop productivity mode. So, after I get done finishing my emails, I can get to playing games. But there's a couple other ways to use this. So if I take this tablet piece off here, you'll see it's a full 11.6-inch display. It's using a POLED panel. And what I can do is I can take my controller pieces that I have here and detach them from the centerpiece. And I can actually attach them to this tablet. So I'll attach them on the sides here. And what that's going to allow me to do is to use this full 11.6-inch display to really get fully immersed in my game. But, that does kind of take up a little bit of space. So, what else can we do with this? There's actually another set of rail systems on the other side. So if I rotate it and put it into portrait mode here, I can now attach the controller pieces to the side here. And we have it in this split screen vertical mode. So the idea behind this isn't necessarily that you would be playing, a portrait mode game, but to be able to split the screen. So I could have my game on the bottom and tips and tricks up on the top half, or, my list of collectibles I still need to get in their locations, my Discord chat, a tutorial, things like that. So being able to look at 2 things at once. But if I would just want to have a really compact, sleek system, with the name Legion Go Fold, there is a folding component. So what I can do is I can fold this panel back here, and now it is a 7.7-inch display. So you're able to, take this into a little either tighter space, like, on the airplane, or just be able to play your game in like a little smaller form factor. So that is the Legion Go Fold concept.
Let's go and go.
Okay, this is the ThinkBook Modular AI PC concept, and from the front it looks like a very traditional 14-inch notebook form factor, and when you turn it around, you notice you have an additional world-facing 14-inch display. Now, this thing does a lot of really awesome things beyond that. So on the back we have this integrated kickstand that comes right off, and it sits between the 2 feet here. And then you can then lift off the display on the back, and you can magnetically attach the kickstand and place it on the side of your PC. And then you have a 14-inch travel monitor with you that you can use. And this monitor is really great because you can also put it in a portrait orientation as well for additional flexibility and productivity. Now, you also have the option to remove the keyboard, and this turns into a Bluetooth keyboard. So you can take this extra display and place it here, and then you end up with a dual screen solution with your Bluetooth keyboard here. And this can also be placed in a portrait orientation as well. So lots of flexibility. We also have modular ports as well. So we have two on either side, here and here. There's clips that when you pull them down, these just come out here. And if you decide you wanted USB-C on one side, or maybe you decide, oh, I wanted to grab an HDMI port, and you can just slide it in and lock it into place. And then you also have the other side here that you could swap out and decide that you want your USB-C on this side. So really great for cable management or just being able to swap in and out the different ports as you need them. And this is just really great for people who don't really have a home base and are constantly moving around and traveling for work, but need max productivity and flexibility from their device by having the multiple 14-inch displays.
So here we have the Yoga Book Pro 3D concept. So the idea behind this is that you have these two tandem OLED displays here that are 3.2K, 16-inch, and you're able to really use this for 3D modeling and 3D creation without the use of, having to wear glasses or have any extra equipment. So it's really compact form factor for that. It has a discrete graphics card, so NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070. And then some of the cool things it can show you. So right now we have our 2D image pulled up of our robot, and I can swipe this up to that top display. What that's going to do is it's going to generate the image in 3D. So it's using glasses-free 3D imaging. So we have a directional backlight as well as eye tracking. So it sees, you're standing in front of it, and it's going to simulate that 3D experience for you. So there's several different hand gestures that you can do to manipulate your model. So the first one is going to be making a fist and then kind of rotating your hand. So that allows you to rotate the model. So here we go. I'll have him face us. And then the other hand gesture you can do is if you do two kind of like A-OK pinching motions, and you can zoom in and out of this model to really kind of look at those fine details, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm done kind of playing with him here. So here we have our snap-on pads, and what these allow us to do is to change things like lighting. So here I can change, where the directional lighting is falling on my 3D model. I have a little color slider here, so I can, slide and decide, oh, I want my robot to be red today. And then I have this other slider here. There we go. I can change the isometric view. So if I have a very particular view that I'm trying to get set up, I can look at it like that. And then the other things that we can do is this has an extension to Blender. So I can actually pull that up, and it'll take a minute to load, but then you can get into the real nuts and bolts of your actual 3D model. And so, yeah, that is the Yoga Book Pro 3D.
So there you have it. 3 very different concepts, and all 3 are super interesting. The Yoga Book Pro 3D, maybe not quite the most interesting product for me, but really useful if you do a lot of 3D graphics and use Blender. But the Lenovo Go Fold proof of concept. I really want one. This is a product I really definitely want one of those. I genuinely want a foldable gaming console that can also be a PC. It's perfect for travel. And then there's the modular book, you know, the ThinkBook modular PC. That's actually such a smart idea. Kind of makes you wonder, why didn't someone do it sooner? No, literally, why didn't someone do it sooner? It's brilliant. Why wouldn't you do this? It makes perfect sense on so many different levels. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really like this first look at all three innovative concepts here from Lenovo. Let me know what you think of all three in the comments below. Which one's your favorite? Would you buy one of these? What else would you want to see? Whilst you're down there, make sure you please hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell icon. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Stay tuned because there's a lot more here from MWC in Barcelona. And it's all coming to you directly on the channel. So until next time, cheers, darlings.